Welcome back. You're watching HFO TV. HFO TV is co-sponsored by J.R. Johnson LLC, specialists in multifamily restoration and repair work. Gantry Incorporated, the nation's largest independent mortgage banking firm.
Now, I know there was the other, in talking of, City of Eugene, the screening law, when they tried to pass the law about the criteria on screening and the cost.
Yeah.
I know you,
Okay,
let me shine a little light on that one.
This is typical of a circumstance when people who are making decisions about housing have never managed housing and have never owned housing. Okay.
Right.
So the city council in Eugene comes up with this idea that they should limit screening fees to $10 because paying $40 for a screening is just way too expensive for someone. Well, the problem is you can't find a company to screen for you for under $40. Right. And it was even worse because, at $40 or $50 for a screening, prospective tenants are somewhat circumspect as to where they apply, right? So they actually read the criteria first before they spend the $50. If it's only $10, it's like a shotgun. And so you end up having a landlord have to be $40 a piece in the hole every single time for people who have no intention of living there or who will never be able to qualify. So who ends up paying for that? The
property
tenants and the property owner.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so we believed that offended a statute, an Oregon statute that allows landlords to recover their average costs. And so we filed suit in Circuit Court in Eugene, and Judge Finnerty ruled that the local ordinance was preempted by the state statute. And so that brought an end to the Eugene screening ordinance. But undaunted, Eugene asked its legislators to introduce a bill in the legislature that was going to abolish that preemption statute. So we had to fight that. We were able to kill that in committee. So instead, they've now appealed their loss to the Court of Appeals. So we'll see what happens.
So they're not going the legislative way. They're going to try to appeal the...
yeah, they're going to try to appeal that Court of Appeals.
And what's your thought on that?
Well, I think they're going to lose. And I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the state statute preempts that sort of thing.
And the reasoning behind, what was their argument for this? Just they think that the rental housing providers are making a load of money on running credit check?
Well, yeah, and they believed some tenant advocates who came in who said, "Oh, we could do screening for $10." Well, I don't know who we are.
Right.
Any reputable screening company is going to charge 40 or 50. And we did a survey. We did a survey around the state, and that's what it costs.
So now we've got to wait and see when this appeal, how that happens. Are there any other cities talking about this? Have you heard anything through the...
Well, there were going to be until we beat them in court. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to either try to maintain a presence in the legislature and in the courts at the same time, because sometimes you can get in the legislature what you can't get in the courts, and sometimes you can get in the courts what you can't get in the legislature. So
you've got to use both levers as you're out there.
Right.
Our entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making HFO the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541 or visit our website at hfore.com for more information.